Hi everybody. In the comments, you guys have put something in regards to my release or wanting to know more about the release in general. So today, we're gonna give you a release video. This video is going to be catered towards one-handers, but I'm going to touch on the two-handed subject quite a bit. However, for one-handed bowling, the hardest thing about the release is something called thumb timing, which is the difference in time when your thumb is out of the ball and your fingers are still in the ball. So the longer amount of time that can separate where your thumb is out and your fingers are in, the more revolutions you're going to create. The release is very simple looking, but very hard to create. So I'm going to give you some drills to not only do at home, but at the lanes to make it better. The easy ones are the ones that you do at home, right? Whether it's with a small basketball, a baseball of some sort, a football. It is kind of cliche, but you can work on your release quite a bit. With either one of these, what you're trying to work on is keeping your hand underneath, palm facing the ceiling, and trying to roll the ball up in the air where you're not trying to have a lot of thumb tension, but you're trying to roll it off your fingers as much as you can, creating somewhat of a flipping motion, right? For those of you that watch EJ Tackett, he's the best in the world at it. And then with the football, what you're trying to work on is rotation, where, of course, I failed at it, but when you create a perfect spiral from coming underneath, you're creating a good idea of what the rotation should look like, where your thumb stays up in the air, fingers facing up as well, and you're rotating around the side of the ball. There goes the football. But with the basketball, when we're working on different styles of releases, you'll notice that when I'm trying to go up the back, the ball will roll more forward. When I'm trying to create more rotation, you'll see the ball rotates on an axis, more so. But both of those drills at home, just to get a feel of what it should look like. Many of you guys do this all the time, whether you're playing catch, doing anything with other sporting equipment. So we're going to take this to the lanes next and see what we can do with the bowling ball. All right, so now that you have a couple drills to do at home, we're going to talk about a couple you can do at a bowling center, but maybe one that works a little bit of both. I don't expect all of you guys to have this board, but I'm going to use this as a training tool to show you what I mean. The idea is when we're working on release, and what I work on all the time, is trying to clear my thumb as fast as possible while trying to roll it off my fingers, or feel that sensation at least. So when using the board, I put my hand as far underneath it, and we're going to do something similar at the line, but I'm going to do this for you so you can see it in slow motion. You put your hand as far behind as you can, and then as I roll it upwards, my thumb's going to come out right about there, and I'm going to keep my fingers in until I can roll it forward as fast as I can. So in normal speed, it'll spin quite fast. And then the faster you can spin it, obviously the better the thumb timing is while flipping the wrist. But when at home, I'm going to use this chair. Set a pillow up on a couch or something. You're just going to hang out right by it without moving. You're not going to have much of a swing. All you're going to do is you're going to try to cup your wrist, and you're going to try to roll it into the chair and or couch with that same sensation where your thumb comes out before the fingers, and then you try to almost flip the hand a little bit where you pull your fingers upwards. Simple enough, right? It may not be that simple, and I understand that. It is tough. I've been working at this. I still work on it all the time. Some of the drills at the line, you've seen this in other videos I've done. Some videos that you can do is when you're at the line, most times when you're in a one-step, you swing it out as far as you can and go back. A good release drill is actually hanging it from here, setting your wrist behind it and underneath it, and without bringing the ball back, all you're going to do is roll it forward. And the idea is that to create the motion of undoing the wrist while releasing the ball. Obviously not my best attempt, but we'll give it another go. All right, so now you have a few different drills to work on for thumb timing itself. Now when we're working on rotation and the actual release in which the way we want the ball to roll, something I like to do, especially if you have a dark colored bowling ball, is I'll take some tape, and please don't do this in competition, only while practicing. You're gonna put some tape right above your fingers, And if you're right-handed, you're going to go with a couple pieces towards the right and down towards the center of the bowling ball, or the center of your grip, I should say. And if you're left-handed, you obviously go the other way. But as a right-hander, we're going to go this way. And so what this will do, as you see when I throw the ball, you'll see that you'll be able to see the type of rotation. And so I'm going to throw a couple shots for you. The first one's going to be up the back, where the ball, similar to the basketball, is going to be rolling end over end. All right, so you saw the one that's up the back, and now you'll be able to see when I add more rotation to it, it'll look much different. It'll be spinning more on an axis. And you'll see that the ball reaction should be much different. So as you can see, when I was up the back of the bowling ball, the ball was much more forward. It went more forward down the lane. As I rotated it, it almost looked like it was spinning slightly, and then went much more sideways down the lane. So when you were looking to change your type of ball roll, adding tape to the ball and working on those drills and the type of motion you're trying to create, huge help. And it's helped me a ton. Anytime I'm getting ready for the tour season, I'm working on broadening my game. These are the drills I'm doing. I'm taping up all my bowling balls, making sure I know what they react when I rotate them, or how they react when I rotate them, versus how when I get up the back of them. And it's a great way to broaden your game and get better. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.